Hello, beautiful people. Are you guys free on the weekend or at the weekend? Do you guys live on a street or at a street? Are you at the coffee shop or in the coffee shop? Guys, all these prepositions in, on, and at confuse many of us, right? So, in this lesson, I'll help you master the usages of all these three prepositions. We'll also talk about some situations where we get confused what to use, right? So, make sure you watch the lesson till the end, right? If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, make sure you do it right now. Alright, without wasting any time, let's do it. Alright guys, all these prepositions at, in, and on can be used as prepositions of time and also prepositions of place. Let us start with the preposition of time. In is a general preposition. In is a preposition that talks about a long time period. On is little more specific than in. It talks about shorter time period. Shorter than in. And at is very specific. It talks about the precise time. It talks about the accurate time or the specific time. Okay? In a longer period of time, on a shorter period of time, comparatively a shorter period of time, at a very specific point of time. Guys, we use in with seasons like in winter, in summer, with months in January, in February, in April, in October, with years in 2020, in 2021, in 2013, in 1948, with decades, 90s, 70s. I grew up in 90s watching Shaktiman and Shakalaka Boom Boom. If you're a 90s kid, you know what I'm talking about, right? So we also use in with decades. We use it with centuries like 19th century, 20th century. We are living in the 20th century. We also use in with weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. We are going to complete the task in 1 week, right? So guys, if you look at all these words represent a period of time. These all have a starting and an ending point. Starting and an ending point. Now guys, it's very important that you understand this. When you're using in to talk about a time, you are talking about an unspecific time. Within a period of time, you're referring to a time that's not known, that is ambiguous, that's not specific. Maybe you do not know that time, or maybe you don't want to talk about that time, you don't want the others to know that time, or maybe it doesn't matter. For example, when I say we are going to Paris in winter, guys, winter is a period of time. It starts somewhere and it ends somewhere, right? It has some time in between. Now, when exactly are you going to Paris? What date is it? You don't know. You're not talking about that. When I say I am publishing a book in 2021, when exactly I am going to do it? What is that date? What is the time? I'm not talking about that. I'm using in to talk about a general time. That's one way to use it. We also use in with the past, the present, the future. In the past, in the present, in the future. Don't live in the past, live in the present. You must have heard this phrase, don't live in the past, live in the present. Okay? You can't say on the past or at the past or on the future or on the present. You can't say that. You have to use in here. But you can say at present. We don't have any job openings at present. At present means at the present time or currently. You can say at present. We also use in to refer to a time period within a day. To refer to a time period within a day. Like the morning, the afternoon, the evening. Guys, morning again is a period of time. Evening again is a period of time. So we use in with it. In the morning, in the evening, in the afternoon. I'll call you in the morning. I'll call you in the afternoon. I'll call you in the evening. Your morning can start at 4 or maybe at 5 or maybe at 5:30 or 6 or 7. Morning again is a period of time. And that is exactly why we are using in with it. But we use at with night. We say at night. I'll call you at night. So that's one more way to use in to refer to a time. One more usage to refer to a time period. Okay, we've already talked about a time period, but here we are not going to use the specific month or year. We are simply going to use months or days or years, right? Like in 2 months, in 5 years, in 5 hours. I will complete the book in 2 months. I will complete the book in 2 months. In 2 months means within this time period. We will change our economy in next 5 years. In next 5 years, referring to a time period. Within the time frame of 5 years, we will change our economy.
Mindy, relax. She may not even know. Please, I haven't heard from her in 7 months, and now she calls me. I mean, what else is it about?
Right? You can also use vague time periods such as in some time, in a couple of years or months or hours. I'll start my business in some time. I'll start my business in a couple of years or in a couple of months, right? That's how we use in, guys. On. On is more specific than the preposition in. It refers to a more specific time period, a shorter time period than in. So we use on with days and dates. Days like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, on Sunday, on Monday, on Tuesday. I'll see you on Sunday. My birthday is on the 18th of October. That's my birthday. You can wish me on that day. He was born on 9 January 1996. So guys, if we look at this, a date is nothing but a day. A date itself is a day. Right? So that's one way to use it. We also use on with special days like birthdays, like festivals on your birthday. I'm gonna do something special on your birthday. On New Year's Eve, what are you planning to do on New Year's Eve? On Republic Day, on Independence Day, on Valentine's Day.
A picture of my mother and father on their wedding day. Now you tell me she's not a knock.
Alright guys, let me check your understanding now. On your screen are some questions. What you have to do is answer these questions in the comment section below. Pause the video and answer the question. Alright, I hope you've done it. Let's do it together now. I will see you dash this Sunday. I will see you dash this Sunday. I will see you on this Sunday or in this Sunday. Guys, we are not gonna use any preposition here. Now the question is, why not? We do use on with a day, and Sunday is a day, my friend. So why are we not using any preposition, guys? See, it's very simple. When you have words like last, this, that, every, before a day, we simply don't need a preposition. So this Sunday, next Sunday, last Sunday, that Sunday, every Sunday, when you speak like that, you do not need a preposition. So we don't need a preposition here. I will see you this Sunday. I met you last Sunday. Okay? Question number 2. There is a party dash next week. Again, the same thing is going to be applied. There is a party next week. No preposition needed. Question number 3. She came to see me dash Sunday morning. She came to see me dash Sunday morning. And we have learned before a morning or an afternoon or an evening, we have to use in. But when you have a day's name before the part of the day, before the morning or the afternoon or the evening, we use the preposition on. Interesting, right? Yeah, that's how we use it. She came to see me on Sunday morning. Not in Sunday morning, that would be incorrect. Alright? So that's how we use the preposition on to talk about a time. Let's talk about the preposition at. Guys, at refers to a very specific, very precise time. A very precise time on the clock. We will meet here at 5 p.m. I woke up at 6 a.m. today. At 5 p.m., a very specific time. That's a very specific time on the clock. I woke up at 6 a.m. today. At 6 p.m., at is referring to a specific time on the clock. This time cannot get any specific. Exactly at 6 a.m. Alright? So you use at to talk about a specific time. We also use at to talk about specific part of the day or specific time of the day, like at midnight. This is the specific hour of the day, 12 a.m. At midday or noon, 12 p.m. at dusk, at bedtime, at dinner time, at lunchtime. Alright, that's how we use at. Again, I'm gonna check your understanding. These are 2 questions. Pause the video, answer the question in the comment section below. Alright, I hope you've done it. Let's do it together now. Are you going to see your family dash Christmas? We can use both the preposition on or at. On refers to a specific day. So when I say on Christmas, I'm talking about that particular specific day. And when I say at Christmas, I'm talking about the time around Christmas. It may contain 2 or 3 days. I am going to give you something dash Valentine's Day. Here on is the correct preposition because I'm talking about a specific day. I've used the word day here. I'm going to give you something on Valentine's Day. We can use the preposition at when the word day is not there. I am going to give you something at Valentine's. Right guys, so that's how we use in, at, on to talk about a time. Okay? Alright guys, now let us understand how to use these prepositions as prepositions of place. So we use in to talk about bigger locations. We use in when we want to say somebody or something is within the boundaries of a location or a place, is covered by borders. It has a vast usage, we'll talk about it. And on is used when something or somebody is on the surface of an object. And guys, we use at for specific locations to point out particular locations, to point out a place that is specific, that is particular. Okay, now let us understand all these prepositions one by one. Let us start with in. So as I said, in is used to point out the location of a person or a thing inside of a place, inside of a place. The phone is in my pocket. The phone is in my pocket, within my pocket. I can take it out of my pocket, in my pocket. They are sitting in a room surrounded by walls. Okay, we have 20 families living in this building. We have 20 families living in this building, inside this building. The kids are playing in the pool. The kids are playing in the pool. So it's very, very simple when you want to say something is inside a place and that place is covered by boundaries or borders, right? That could be a small place or a big place like a country. When it is covered by boundaries or borders, we use in to talk about somebody's or something's location or position. So we use it before countries like in India, in Australia, in Canada, with cities, towns and states like Mumbai, Beijing, Paris. He lives in Mumbai. I have a company in Beijing. Alright. So these are bigger places, guys. These are bigger places, and to talk about somebody's or something's location, we use in with it. Okay. We also use in with vehicles. Now, with a car or a cab or a van or an ambulance or a helicopter, we use in.
I don't believe this. I mean, she could be giving birth in the cab.
Oh, Ross, relax. It's probably only like $2 for the
Morning while we're there, I needed to get to the airport fast because I overslept. And so I get in the cab and I hand the driver a $50 bill.
We get in a car, in a cab, in a van. Now, why do we use in, not on? Some people get confused and use on with it. The reason why we use in with a car or a cab or a van or an ambulance or a helicopter, because we can get inside the vehicle, but we cannot walk around, we cannot move. The vehicle is supposed to be sit in. You cannot walk in the vehicle. You cannot do that. And when you can do that, when you can walk in a vehicle, when you can move around, you use on with it.
Goodbye, little monkey guy. I wrote you this poem. Oh. Okay, but don't eat it till you get on the plane.
Thank you, Aunt Phoebe.
So with a plane, with a bus, with a train, with a ship, with a ferry, with a subway, we use on. You get on a plane. You get on a bus. You get on a train, on a ship, on a ferry. Alright, it's very, very simple, but very, very important as well. Guys, we also use in to say an object contains something. For example, the tea has a lot of sugar in it. The tea has a lot of sugar in it. Okay, that means the tea contains a lot of sugar in it. There's a lot of spice in the soup. There's a lot of spice in the soup. Talking about what the soup contains. Okay? We also use in with directions, like in the east, in the west, in the north, in the south. The sun rises in the east, not on the east or at the east. The sun rises in the east. Okay, so with directions also we use in. Now let us talk about the preposition on. Guys, understand it this way. When something is on the surface of a plane object, on a line, take it as a line, a horizontal or a vertical line. When something is on that line, we use on. Now it could be anything on a surface, maybe a mobile on a table, you on the couch, somebody on the floor, a dish on the table, right? A house on a street. Okay, let us take some examples and understand this. Jimmy is sitting on the table. On the table. And Jimmy is placed on top of it. He is sleeping on the floor. On the floor, on the surface of it. Hang the painting on the wall. On the wall. You hang the painting on the wall. On its surface. You have something on your face. You have something on your face. Right? So guys, it's very, very simple. When something is on surface of an object, you simply use on with it. Right? Now it could be a place on a line, on a street, on a road. For example, he lives on MG Road. Take MG Road as a line. He could live anywhere on this road. He might live here or here or here. We don't know his specific location. There is an amazing bar on the main road. Amazing bar on the main road. Somewhere on the main road. We do not know where exactly it is, but it is somewhere on the main road. This is the main road and it is located somewhere on this road. Now guys, understand, it's very important. If you want to point out that particular location, okay, you will use at to indicate that. How? There is an amazing bar at the bakery on the main road. There is an amazing bar at the bakery. At the bakery means close to the bakery, near the bakery, on the main road. Let's suppose this is where the bakery is. This is the bakery. So the bar is close to it, maybe here or here. Alright? So that's one way to use on. We also use on with vehicles, as I just talked about in the preposition in, right? We use it with vehicles that we can get inside and walk around, move in. Okay? Objects like a train, a bus, a plane. We also use on with directions. On the left, on the right. There is a book on your left. Can you pass me that? There is a book on your left. Can you pass me that? Right? Okay, answer this question, guys. I am not free dash the weekend. I am not free in the weekend, on the weekend, at the weekend. Pause the video, answer the question. Alright, I hope you've done it. Now let's do it together. So we can either say on the weekend or at the weekend. Both prepositions are correct. It's just a matter of personal style. In American English, we say on the weekend, and in British English, we say at the weekend. Now, nothing is right or wrong, guys. It's your choice. If you want to use on the weekend, if you follow American English, say on the weekend. If you follow British English, say at the weekend. Okay? That's where English gets interesting. Okay, that's how we use on. Let's talk about the usage of at. So guys, the usage of at is very particular. Point out a specific location. Somebody is at the door. Somebody is at the door means somebody is near the door, close to the door. They are waiting at the bus stop. Talking about a particular location. Where are they waiting? They are waiting at the bus stop. Not on the bus stop. If you say on the bus stop, it would mean they're on the top of the bus stop, on the roof of it. And that's something illogical. How can you do it? Okay, if you can do it, say on the bus stop. We will meet at the park. We will meet at the park, close to the park, somewhere near the park. Okay? It might be in the park or outside the park. The whole point of using at here is indicating closeness to the park. We will meet somewhere near the park, or maybe inside the park, or at the front gate of the park, or maybe at the back of the park, somewhere at the park. Alright? So whenever you want to talk about specific locations or addresses, use at with it. I had dinner at the Heaven Gate. I had dinner at the Heaven Gate. It's a particular restaurant. I had dinner there. She lives at B20 Nehru Road. She lives at B20 Nehru Road. Guys, a road is quite long, okay? So if I say I live on a road, you will never understand, you will never find out the exact location where I live. So I have to be specific. And to be specific, I use at. She lives at B20 Nehru Road. On this road, B20 is a particular location. It's a particular point on this road where she lives. Getting the point? We are organizing a party at the corner of the road. Try to understand it. Do not try to follow the rules, try to understand the usage, guys. We are organizing a party at the corner of the road. At the corner of the road, pointing out a particular location. If this is the road I'm talking about, I'm pointing out a particular location. That's what I'm talking about. That is where the party is going to be. Getting the point? And guys, with places of work, with places when something is done, and with buildings, we use at. We say at the office, at the school, at the college, at the supermarket, at the mall, at the library, at the post office. We also use at with events to show our presence. We say at a function. I am at a function right now. At the wedding. He is at a wedding. At a party. We are at a party right now. At a concert. Okay? Now guys, please understand, this is very important. We use at with these places when we simply want to talk about our locations in general. When you say I am at the office, it might mean you are inside the office, in a room, or you are outside the office. Maybe you are at the main gate smoking a cigarette, right? But you are near the office. The whole point of using at with a place to indicate the nearness to that place. You are there. Okay? You might be in that place, inside the boundaries of that place. You might be outside the boundaries of that place. So it's very important to understand the context. So when somebody calls me and asks me where I am, and I say I am at the office, I might be in my cabin, I might be in the toilet, I might be at the front gate, I might be outside the office, but I'm close to the office. What I want to say is, this is where I am. I give a vague location. I give a general location, alright? And if you specifically want to talk about where exactly you are, your location within the boundaries of a place, you should use in. Alright guys, let me show you an example and make you understand. So you get a call from one of your best friends, right? After a long time you get excited, you talk with this guy, and this guy wants to come and see you, okay? And you say, you can come here before 8 p.m. because I'll be leaving after that. So he leaves the place to come there. He gets stuck in a traffic jam, okay? And by the time he's there, around your building, around your office, it is 8:50. So he thinks it's better to give you a call and get to know whether you are still in the office or not. And he calls you and says, hey, I am at the entrance gate, where are you? You say, I am in the office. You say, I am in the office, not at the office. Because here, your location inside the office is important. He wants to know whether you are inside the office or not. So guys, please understand, there is nothing right or wrong here. You can use at with a place, in with a place, both are correct. You can be at an office, in an office, both are correct. You can be in a shop, at a shop. You can be at a mall, in a mall. Both can be used interchangeably. But please understand, when your location, when you being inside a place is important, use in. Just understand, we use at to give a general location. To talk about where we are. We don't focus on we being inside a place. We just want to say this is where we are. That's our location. So we use at a function, we are at a function, we are at the wedding, we are at the party. So when you say I'm at the party, you might be inside the hall where the party is happening. You might be outside the hall where the party is not happening. But you are near that location, you are at that location. Alright? So that's how we use at. Now tell me, what is the right sentence? I am sitting at the car. I am sitting on the car or I am sitting in the car. What is the right sentence? All these sentences are correct and give different meanings. Okay, there's nothing right or wrong here. You can sit at a car. When you sit at a car, that means you sit near that car. When I say I am sitting on the car, it means I am sitting on the top of the car. This sentence is not incorrect. I've seen some people calling it incorrect, but that's not true, guys. It has a particular meaning. You can sit on a vehicle even when you cannot move within it. When you sit on something, you sit on the top of that particular thing. So when I say I'm sitting on the car, I'm sitting on the roof, which is quite illogical, but if you want to do that, go ahead, do it. So yeah, and when I say I'm sitting in the car, I am inside the car, I'm sitting inside the car. Similarly, I am on the lift, I am in the lift, I am at the lift. I am on the lift means I am on the top of the lift. And that is not possible. How can you be on the top of the lift? But again, you can do it if you want to, right? So this sentence is correct, but it gives a different meaning, which is quite illogical, but it's correct. When you are in the lift, that means you are inside the lift, which is why we use a lift. And when we say we are at the lift, that means we are close to the lift. We are somewhere around it. Okay? So let's suppose I have a lift at my place. I'm going to the lift to catch it. Okay? But by the time I go there, it gets closed. So if somebody calls me and asks me, where are you? I will say I am at the lift, close to it. I'll not say I'm in the lift because I'm not inside the lift. I can't say I'm on the lift because I'm not sitting on the top of it, right? So at can be used with any object, meaning near that object. On will mean on the surface of it, and in will mean inside that particular location or place or object. So guys, use in to talk about a bigger location, right? To talk about a location which is covered by boundaries or borders, right? It could be small or big. Use on to talk about the surface of an object. When something is on top of something, use on with it. And use at to talk about specific locations. Use at to point out a particular location or direction. And you can also use at to talk about workplaces or places where something happens, to just give general location. Okay? So guys, that is how we use these prepositions in, on and at. I hope now you guys are feeling more confident. I hope now you will be able to use them correctly. If you liked the lesson, give it a thumbs up. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel, press the bell icon so that you get notified of the future videos. And I'll see you guys very soon. Till then, keep learning, have fun. I love you all. Bye-bye.